Learning Unit number 6 focuses on a group of writers known as the Transcendentalists. These were philosophers and thinkers who ultimately expressed their ideas through essays and poetry. Chief among them was Ralph Waldo Emerson. He had a religious background, but he ultimately rejected organized religion because he thought it didn't fully contain all the elements of true spirituality. You'll see within his writing and that of the other Transcendentalists a lot of discussion about divinity and what true spirituality is, according to them. In addition, he's also interested in looking at issues of government and how that influences individuals. And he's interested in looking at issues about nature. Henry David Thoreau was a student of Emerson's, so he reflects many of the same themes within his writing. In addition, he also looks at how an individual can resist injustices that they see within their society and those performed by their governments. The third writer that we're looking at among the Transcendentalists is Walt Whitman. He primarily wrote poetry. His poetry is extremely significant. He's one of the most well-known American poets around. It reflects a lot of the same Transcendentalist ideas as Emerson and Thoreau, but he also gets into issues of sexuality in ways that writers had not previously done in American literature before. Lastly, we have Emily Dickinson. She's a famous writer of short poems. She's classified as a Transcendentalist because many of the themes that she talks about within her poems are quite similar to those addressed by the other Transcendentalist writers. But she didn't necessarily classify herself in that sense and didn't hang out with other Transcendentalist writers, largely because she was a recluse. We'll be discussing all of these writers and their influence within our discussion board over the next few weeks.